the database connection lifecycle in Java database connectivity. Here you can see the database connection lifecycle. Every database read or write operation requires a connection. So let's see how database connection flow looks like. The flow goes like this. Step 1, the application data layer asks the data source for a database connection. Step 2, the data source will use the database driver to open a database connection. 3, the database connection is created and the TCP/IP and the TCP socket is opened. For the application reads and writes to the database. 5, connection is no longer required, so it is closed. And 6, the connection is the 6, the socket is closed. You can easily reduce that opening and closing connections are quite opening or closing connections are quite an expensive operation. For example, PostgreSQL uses a separate OS process for every client connection, so high rate of opening or closing connections is going to put a strain on your database management system. Most obvious reasons for reusing a database connection would be reducing the application and database management system, OS IO overhead for creating or destroying a TCP connection, or other reason is reducing JVM object garbage. Here the interface data source in package javax.sql in module java.sql. The factory for connections to the physical data source that this data source object represent an alternative to the driver manager facility. A data source object is the preferred means of getting a connection. An object that implements the data source interface will typically be registered with the naming service based on the Java naming and directory JNDI API. Interface driver, the interface that every driver class must implement. Interface connection, a connection session with a specific database. SQL statements are executed and results are returned within the context of a connection. Class socket factory in package javax.net in module java.base. This class creates sockets. It may be subclassed by other factories which create particular subclasses of sockets and thus provide a general framework for the addition of public socket level functionality. Class socket in package java.net in module java.base. This class implements client sockets, also called sockets. A socket is an endpoint for communication between two machines. Here the application is connected to java.sql.data source via get connection, and data source is connected to driver via connect, and here the drive is connected to connection, and connection is connected to socket factory via create socket, and socket factory is connected to socket via new, and then socket is connected to the RDBMS. Then socket is connected to socket factory is connected to connection is connected to drive is connected to data source is connected to application, then application is connected to data source via close, application is connected to connection via close, and connection is connected to socket via close, then socket is connected to the RDBMS. Now this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching it.